I'm gonna go out on a limb here and I'm gonna say something a bit controversial. I think the desire for balance is the wrong focus. It's no different from the concept of work-life balance, and people are always trying to figure out that kind of work-life balance. I think some of it is table stakes. You need to be secure. You need to be compliant. You need to be stable, right? Your business is not gonna operate. So if I have a 50-year-old business and I implement a cloud transformation, an AI initiative, whatever, and I'm not able to serve my clients, guess what? I'm gonna be out of business very quickly. And so I think the issue isn't so much balance, it's reframing the question in the guise of how do we do what we need to do, transform, modernize, in a secure manner, in a compliant manner. And that's the challenge, that's the harder question. Far too often, firms think technology is a magic bullet. Well, if I just put AI in, all my problems are solved. Well, that's not the case, right? You still need to do that in a secure manner. So do you want an AI that now starts telling your customers the wrong information or your employees the wrong information? Do you want an AI that starts to share client information across different clients, like recently happened with a major tax platform? You don't. So you have to do it securely. You have to do it in a way that complies with legal and regulatory and financial, risk kind of an environment. You have to do that in a way that doesn't disrupt your kind of operation. So again, a little bit controversial. It's not about balance. It's about thinking about it more strategically. I need to do this, but I can't give up the rest of the compliance, security, stability that I need to do that. So how do I do that securely? And so once you have that framework of, we're gonna do this, but we're gonna do that with these constraints, I think it helps you ultimately get to the right outcome. My background started with, as a software developer and a systems integration. And so back then, it was, secure coding standards, for example, right? OWASP and the like. And it's the same exact kind of principle. So the old school of thought is, well, develop the code and then we'll do the testing and the security at the back end. The new school of thought is, no, let's develop this code securely from the get so that by the time we get to testing, by the time we get to implementation, we don't have to do a bunch of retrofits to make the code work or work securely for our customers. And so I think the same thing applies, with firms that are undergoing these digital initiatives. You have to do it, but you have to do that in a way that is consistent with compliance, security, and stability.